Well, hello, Psych 150. It's Chris Kays again. Good to see you as we enter into the last little bit of maybe just under half of our semester together in this general psychology course. I wanted to help us wrap up our scientific thinking and psychology assignment information. So let me get us going. I'm going to take us to our class, and we're going to look at this last assignment so that we can do a good job of getting ourselves oriented. Here we are in our class, and when we go to our STIP number 6 assignment, due in about 2 weeks, but I want you to recognize we've gone all the way through. It's our last one, and this is the wrap up. And I want to look at this with you. So for this assignment, your proper formatting is essential for full credit. Please make sure you look at the example right here for what is supposed to be submitted. And then make sure you look at the rubric in this. So what you're going to do is you're going to restate the research question you're answering. You're going to restate your two conclusions from the summaries you did from those two articles in number 4. And then you're going to craft a single sentence synthesizing your conclusion. So what you did in number 4 is you looked for an article for each of those concepts that helped you to answer your research question. And then you crafted a single sentence for each of those. And now you're taking those two sentences and going, therefore. And so you need to do that, therefore, from what you've already found. Create in text citations in APA at the end of your sentence, and then a formatted reference page, which should be pretty easy. You already have a lot of this information. So you've got your information. Here's what it should look like. My research question: how do both divergent thinking and spontaneous recovery interact with testing issues for adults in our current culture? That was my research question. My statement from my first article was spontaneous recovery of learning includes both information that is evaluative and informational. However, it is unclear how to limit biases in the recovery related to that evaluative learned information. And then in the second article conclusion, I took away that while asynchronous online collaboration is challenging for creative problem solving, with a strategic framework, there is the potential to maximize diverse perspectives for greater solution opportunities. And a lot of this language came from the two articles. Now I'm going to translate that into a single sentence synthesized in a conclusion. And it's answering this research question up here. Regarding testing, learning recovery and divergent thinking are influenced by biases, which is complicated by asynchronous online communication. And then I have an in-text citation. And so it should be in the same author order that I have down here. However, when you do an in-text citation, you only use the first author when there's 3 or more authors, and you use et al. So you use et al. Each time there are 3 or more authors, and include the publication year. And then you use a semicolon and use your next citation. So in this case, if there's 2 authors, Luck and Lip, in my article, and so I need to include both of them. So you always include the first author. If there are 2 authors only, then you include both of them. If there are 3 and more, you use et al. And then at the end of your sentence, you need to put in parentheses your citations, and then you have your mini reference page that has your APA formatted component. You're going to take that, and then you're going to post this in your group. There are 3 different groups, and you'll be collaborating with others, and you'll share that information. And then you've got a discussion. You're going to do the posting, and then you're going to go respond to at least 2 of your peers' submissions in that discussion group, and respond to both with a new research question based on their conclusion. So your research here, your question here might be, how could we minimize biases to help with asynchronous online learning? That's what we're working on. That's what this last scientific thinking and psychology assignment is. And then we're done with that whole group. That is to help you figure out how to slowly and systematically get involved in looking at the research literature when you get that assignment in your future courses. So I hope that helps. I hope that you feel like you can navigate this. You have a lot of the elements and you get to synthesize them now. So congratulations for getting to this point, and let me know if you have any questions.